In 18 games with the Panthers in the regular season, he had only 3 goals, 20 assists. So if you're an Ottawa Senator and you're on the ice with Claude Giroux, keep your stick on the ice, 23 points in 18 games. And then the Florida Panthers obviously suffering that very disappointing sweep at the hands of the Tampa Bay Lightning. You can't exactly blame Claude Giroux because he had, in 10 games, 3 goals, matched his regular season total with the Panthers. 5 assists for 8 points in 10 games. That's pretty good, man. Pretty good. And just 6 penalty minutes in those 28 combined games for the Florida Panthers. This is a player, man. This is a player. Like, you maybe look at the term a little bit and cringe. I think if this was a player who couldn't still do it, you think it's more of a risk. This is still a really good player. Look at what he can do with his feet. How does that pass get through? How does that pass get through?
He's got the back eyes. He can see everything. I'm kind of surprised it wasn't a 4-year deal, actually. Like, he is 34, but I kind of expect him to get more in the open market.
Vasilevsky's doing that too. That's disgusting. Ew. He loves that little rock move.
I'm excited for the Sens, man. They're going to be, I'm really hoping they're a wagon next year. Really hoping they're a wagon next year.
They're not screwing around. No, they're looking to, I mean, it's about time because it's basically been a 4-team division for a few years now. There's going to be the 3 spots. One of you claim the wild card, maybe 2. Now the Sabres are taking a step. The Sens are taking a step. The Habs, I don't think, are going to be competing for last place. Detroit's in there as well. It's a good division, man.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing, though, like with the Atlantic. Every single year, we're like, oh, who's going to end up being the worst team? Who's going to end up declining? And nothing ends up happening. And then teams like Ottawa are like, now let's contend. And then they get every single person on the face of the planet. So it's just every single year we're recycling just how good the Atlantic is. And the Sens are the new team on the block to start doing well this next decade. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens next year. I still think they need to add a D-man, but that top 6 is going to be so fun to watch.
We got a defensive deal in the works here. Or not in the works, it's done. Elliot Friedman tweeting 26 seconds ago. So it's fresh. Justin Schultz going to Seattle for 2 years, $3 million-ish. I like that he put ish because we're putting it together very quickly. He doesn't have time to say something other than ish. He doesn't have time. What do you think of that deal? To me, it seems like deck chairs. Yeah, like Seattle, they need to be relevant, and I think it all comes down to the kids. It comes down to Matty Beniers. It comes down to Shane Wright.
It's interesting, though, because they, of course, got Alexiak to start out with the expanded franchise, ended up trading him. So I feel like it's just like, oh, let's get in the next older defenseman veteran. And